Hello everyone, Resilience Beyond Measure crew, the Patching Crew. I want to give a little over 90-day update. I have been wearing the patches since January the 7th, and today is the 11th, April 11th. I have been wearing the patches for a little over 90 days, if you do the math there, and I'm in Costa Rica. I have taken planes, buses, and automobiles, multiple hours, sleeping on different beds, chairs, sitting in the airport in between flights. And before I got here, I was driving. I drove 10 hours. 10 hours, only stopped to get gas, didn't have to go to the bathroom. I said, no, I'm just going to press it on and waited 10 hours. Just got gas, kept going, got there in 10 hours, back to Titus's house from Atlanta, from Georgia to Virginia. And then a few days later, got on a plane to Costa Rica, had to take a 4-hour bus ride. Okay, with all of this, 6 months ago, would have been very different. And 2 years ago, oh my God, I felt like my body was falling apart. I have implemented the 3-legged stool, and I am very intentional with what I eat. I am very intentional with what I think, how I think about myself. I'm very kind in my mind to me, which I noticed throughout my talks, throughout my lives, throughout just sharing with people about, what I do, how I, whatever. And then, as you know, have recently implemented the patching technology. This technology is changing the lives of many. Now, it takes patience and consistency. Like, you don't just put it on and then everything's fixed. You wear it 12 hours on and then 12 hours off. And what it does, it's like a generator or a battery that your body receives a signal from the heat that hits the patch and reflects back into our body, the infrared light and heat that comes off of our body, which I learned about when I was in the Army back in the 80s, and using infrared technology, because I was a photo interpreter where we would interpret photographs, and a lot of times those photographs were taken at night with infrared photography, and our body gives off heat, as does animals and automobiles. If they're in a convoy, we would see the heat from the vehicles. Well, since using this for the last 90 plus days, I literally feel my body like feeling better. It just feels stronger. I have been living with my mom. After my dad passed away, she asked me to come back to the house and help her. And then since she was able to sell her house and move into a condo, and she feels better in the condo. It's a better fit for her. It's not as big. And it wasn't as much like just screaming at her all the time, I guess you could say. Well, since living there, I adopted healthier eating habits because I was looking at a serious situation. And you've heard my talk, Resilience Beyond Measure. And between that and this, I see my mom and her friends, and as we get older, our bodies change right in front of our eyes. And I was watching mine change right in front of my eyes. And there's this mole that was on the side of my leg that was getting to the point where it was a little concerning, because it was quite a bit, like 1/4 of an inch off, in the size of a grapefruit seed, off of my leg. And now it's shrinking, and it's like getting flat on my leg. and smaller. I don't get up multiple times at night to go to the bathroom. I don't have the aches in my hips, knees, and joints when I wake up. I have more endurance. I'm doing CrossFit. That's why I want to do this video, because I did CrossFit for the last 2 nights in Costa Rica with no AC. So it's kind of like hot yoga, but hot CrossFit. So I'm really excited. And I'm going to be implementing the X49, because the X49, ladies, the X49 sends a signal that our body increases muscle mass and bone density. Now that's something that has haunted women, menopausal women, for centuries. And maybe if our diet was different, because we used to live a lot longer than we do now. And between that and the Eon to help for inflammation, these are going to be my three patches of choice. Now there are a couple others that I'm looking at, but for those of you that are new to patching and the Patching Crew, I just want to welcome you. And you start with just X39. Don't overcomplicate things, because it's a little bit of a process, and those of you who've been doing it, you know you've got to put the patch on, and then you take it off. You wear it for 12 hours, and then you take it off for 12 hours. So you give your body the time it needs to rest and rebuild with those new cells. And you don't want your body to become oversensitized to the signal, and then it doesn't respond. So there's a reason, you don't want to just leave them on for 24 hours because you're thinking it's going to be better. The inventor knows what the inventor knows. He's the one that came up with these. So we want to listen to what he's told us, do what he says, be consistent, be patient, make it happen, and then keep a journal, keep track of it, and watch the changes. And as I take on this new adventure of CrossFit in no AC, in Costa Rica, I'm not even fully climatized yet, but yet I'm going for a 3rd night in a row. My muscles are not screaming at me. My body is not screaming at me. As a matter of fact, it's like a little kid in a candy store saying, yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go. It's like, what? What? Right, exactly. So I could not let this be happening to me and not share it with you. What I live, I give. That's like a new motto that I've been saying. What I live, I give, and this is what I'm living right now, and I am loving it. So I'm sharing it with you. For now, my Patching Crew, we are gonna do what we do, and boy, are we doing it. Keep track of it. Let me know what's happening. Your different ones are telling me different things. Let me know what's happening, because this is exciting. The people that we're going to be able to help, the news, the good news. Our bodies don't have to fall apart on us while we're trying to live our glorious lives. And that news is news you can use. So I'm going to continue to give you what I'm living, and we're going to do it together. But for now, I'm going to say to my Patching Crew, ciao.